Hello everybody and welcome, my name is Ursa and today is going to be the third and final installment of Ursa Learns Victoria 3, a series where I am literally learning the game in front of you to show you not only how complicated this game is, but also the fact that when you don't get a pre-release you have to learn it along with everybody else and you look really silly for quite a while, and you know, I just really want you to appreciate how good I am at Civ 6 just by showing you how bad I am at this game. It's good fun. It's a series that really was born from the repeated idea that I often say, which is it's okay to fail and you need to do things wrong in order to learn how they go right. Often people get so obsessed with how to play something perfectly, they forget how to fix something that's going badly. That's kind of what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be having a look at Chile. So, a South American country this time, much smaller than our European attempts before, and today I'm going to be attempting to do a little bit of war. War is the kind of part of the game that I've yet to sort of really have a go at. Now, if you haven't seen my other two guides, then I would recommend having a look at them. I say guides, my attempts at, we've so far played Sweden and we've played Belgium. My Belgium game was going really well. I was a huge industrial power up until the point that I realized that my citizens were rebelling against me. It's something we need to think about solving, but Chile this time. Chile's a much smaller country. We have a lot less people, about a quarter of what we did in Belgium, and our GDP is pretty terrible. In fact, actually, we're now 35th in the world, just in terms of how we go about things. I feel like it's not too bad, but diplomacy is what we're going to be having a look at today. Now, like in any game, we're playing and having a look at the journal that'll be throwing us things. I'll be talking about that as we go, but we're going to be doing the usual things that we normally do to start with at the moment. First of all, you double check, are you in your own market? Yes, I am in my own market. That's a wonderful thing. Secondly, we have a look at the stats at the top. What's going on? Can we fix it? Well, yes, the answer is absolutely we can. We have 2 colonial affairs and we have some trade routes which are eating into our bureaucracy at the moment. I don't know what those trade routes are, but they are relatively interesting. Colonial affairs, colonial growth generation. Okay, so I already have this institution and I think that comes from colonial resettlement. Interesting. The trade routes, however, could be a bit of a problem. Firstly, we are importing a lot of stuff that we don't have convoys for. We have 200 available convoys and we require 177. So it says actually that we need them. I think that's probably got to just fix itself. But it looks like I am importing grain from the UK. Okay, I'm importing liquor from the UK, cloves from the UK, small arms from America, clippers from the UK, and also artillery from America. So we're making friends with America and the UK. That's something that's really interesting. The fact that I'm trading with the UK and America is quite an interesting thing, especially because if I look at my neighbouring states, what I've done is gone to the diplomatic lens and gone to diplomatic plays and then conquer state. At the moment, I can't attack my neighbour, Mapuche. Oh, it's like being very much in a game of Civ 6, isn't it? We could face Great Britain and America as enemies. They are going to pop up as quite frequent players on this continent. So I believe what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to start using some of my influence to basically make ourselves friends with the UK. I will be improving relations with Great Britain and I will be improving relations with the United States of America. It'll be quite a bit of diplomacy or influence being used there. The other thing I want to do is Mapuche. These are going to be my first targets, and unfortunately I cannot actually attack them because they like me too much. Although maybe I could attack to myself. I believe the first thing that I need to do is start colonizing these areas. I'm going to start with the one directly to the south with me for now. Actually, no, I think I have to do it with this one. Okay, so we're going to press colonize and see what happens. Actually, look at that. We're already doing it. 1, 2. Okay, cool. Perfect, so I am colonizing these areas. Well, I guess that's just going to sort itself out then. One thing I'm going to think about doing is actually just getting rid of this green route, because that is something I think that I can probably make myself. That and cloves. Yeah, those two things I feel like I can absolutely fix. So I've got infrastructure in both states. That's looking pretty good. And as you can see, cloves. So looking at my market, you can see green, there's the problem, cloves are the problem. So yeah, we're going to absolutely take advantage of this and start working these areas. It's worth just double checking to see if there's anything here. Infrastructure minus 20%, construction efficiency minus 20%. Ah, yes, Chile. Terrible. Never mind. Let's get some wheat in. The other thing I need to do is to isolate, so Chile and Patagonia, this is somewhere that I am settling at the moment, and it's absolutely rubbish. There are 94 people living in it in the moment. I need to get the infrastructure built up a little bit of that. To do that, I need to incorporate the state. I can't do that whilst it's still growing. The way I'm going to really do this is to basically just try and make things in the area. We'll get some livestock ranches going. Oh, there it is. I was wondering where that was. Okay, fine. We're just gonna build it up and see what we can do. Just gonna run some green grass campaigns in my 3 states just to encourage people to move here. I think that could be a really good, fun thing to do. And I'm going to encourage manufacturing in each of them as well. I feel like that's the end game cool product stuff that tends to do a little bit better. Oh, my bureaucracy's gone down a little bit more now that I bought a general and an admiral. That kind of doesn't help very much. 3.3% tax waste. I think I can ignore that for now. That's okay. As mentioned, I'm just basically going to be slowly going through all of this and making sure that we're improving things as the game wants me to, just to progress the tutorial a little bit further. So again, we're just looking at things that are absolutely have got shortages at the moment. Iron is popped up as another one, so I want to make sure that that's being worked on. Furniture, man of wars, and artillery. Oh my lord, these are expensive things. I wonder, is it because my military is just on massively, cannon artillery? I feel like that's quite a lot of usage. I think it's probably best if I build a shipyard to try and fix that. That is, we need some stuff. A shipyard and actually a bit of a war machine industrialist or something like that. Maybe have to probably research that one. Military aviation. No, that's not the one I want. It's munitions plants, isn't it? No, arms industries. What am I talking about? It's arms industries. We'll do it. We'll figure it out. I'm actually going to try and get a national guard going in terms of laws as well. That could be quite an easy and cool thing to do. We'll see if we can do that. That'll make my armed forces happy, and they are basically the bulk of my government at the moment. So yeah, we'll see if we can do that. As you can see, look, my colonies are beginning. They're starting really quickly. We're spreading along. Lovely. I think as I say, these are nations that are not really going to be fighting me too heavily, so we'll take it while we can. Doing this for a part of a quest, but it's actually really handy because, there's maintain single crop is quite a useful thing because I'm really after wheat at the moment. Wheat is a really big and expensive problem for me, so that actually helps a lot. We'll pull that on. I've almost bankrupted myself, by the way, just by building everything. We need to just kind of keep an eye on this a little bit. But what can you do? Railways we're going to need quickly. Let's get railways. I just feel like infrastructure is a problem for us. I love these sort of random events you get. He's offering me a gamble. 50% success, 50%. I'm just going to go for it. These things could probably be good. Maybe. There we go, railways have just been unlocked. That's a really good one. Looking forward to using those a little bit. So I'm putting grain in, that's looking good. Iron needs to become less expensive. Well, hang on, it needs to improve earnings, but I'm going to be doing that because I'm actually going to start making artillery once this arms industry is finished. It's just taking a little while. I had to get rid of some of my investment or my construction goods because it was basically bankrupting my economy. It was so expensive. I just didn't have the money to be building anything other than base speed, which was a bit of a problem. Yeah, this has been a very slow start to the game, to be honest. It's a much smaller country, and I wonder if just focusing on the big products was a mistake at the beginning of the game. Maybe I should have gone for the smaller goods to start with? Difficult to say. Very difficult to say. It looks like Argentina is actually fighting with Mapuche. Interesting. Okay, well, I was under the impression that you couldn't do that. Apparently you can. Okay, well, I'm assuming that means Argentina is going to pretty much just totally conquer this. There we go. Look, it's gone now. Perfect. Well, I guess that means I can no longer settle into this area. I'm going to try damaging relation. Another decentralized nation. So how did Argentina fight them? This is the thing. I don't actually know how they fought them. Oh well, something to absolutely think about. I think we've got to think about getting my military up. I'm building a couple of buildings here. My arms industry is almost sorted, so that should help with my economy just a little bit, because you can see I've got artillery and arms that are just not being made at all. Now that we've got this, I'm hoping you can see the market is sorting itself out now. Good. Slowly but surely, we are sorting ourselves out. Now I need wood. Everything. You need everything in this game, don't you? Just a little bit of everything. Let's get some logging camps sorted. Okay. Yeah, we're now working this through. The iron is a little bit happier. I've got woods to make some guns. Everything is slowly going to start fixing itself. I hope. I really hope. Prioritize hardwood. We've got sawmills going. Yep, this is all great. And military-wise, I probably need to work on getting some of this tech. Power of the purse. We'll get this quickly. But like, I think I'm slowly starting to grow the economy now. It's absolutely appalling how little I've grown it. I have a better economy than Argentina's though, and that's what we need to take away from this. One thing I need to check as well is in my laws. I think I've got professional army. That's a good one because that gives me barracks extra levels. So yeah, that's really good. National militia would be being able to mobilize battalions. I think I'm happy with what we've done. I'm just growing the economy a bit, but we will. I think we're going to try and go to war with Argentina. That's the main thing we're going to do today. So I'm now starting to damage relations with Argentina. The idea being that when I do go to war with them, I want to be able to just do it happily. Should be fine. We need to build our military up a little bit as well. That is something to work on. But look, the GDP is beginning to grow massively now. Now that we're building some stuff, we've got some wheat farms finished, and we've got some furniture, some textiles. We've got a tiny little market really. And actually we do need some iron as a real priority. So maybe we'll get that running first. Always get the sort of resources through first. I think that's probably there. As you can see, oh yeah, look, our money is growing massively as well now. Hugely growing. I'm actually beginning to get a little bit of gold, which is good. Disappearing interests. Andy's interest is deactivated. Okay. Well, does that mean I think we might have just been reduced to a minor power. So we need to keep building our GDP. This is not good. Our country has stagnated for too long, but we've got this. As I say, I think the start I focused on luxury goods too much, and I broke away the markets too much. I should have gone for resources first. That would have been by far the best thing to do. In fact, speaking of sulfur, fishing, whaling, I'm just going to grow one of each before I build my better places, just so that like I've got some resources. We've got some resources, they're coming in, it's all good. Look at that, look, I'm starting to construct much faster now because the iron is flooded in. I didn't have any iron to start with. That was proving to be a little bit of a problem. Yeah, so this is good. This is really good. Oh, we have a native uprising on our hands. Okay, well, that's interesting. I have 10 garrisoned army. This is where we sort of try and use our army a little bit. I'm going to mobilize him. I think that's what I want to do, and I want to sort of push on a little bit. You can see I do have garrisons from Augustin. Is that my... I think that is my general, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. So he is actually garrisoning at the moment, but he's not on a field. Can I bring him over to the actual battle? Are we still mobilizing? That's why. That's why. So I want to advance front. Let's do this. This sounds like a good fun thing to do. So he's going to arrive there for a second, and then he's now here. He's fighting, and we will start to push this front. And now that's actually gone to a full-out war. So actually, this may be what we wanted to see. Because, yeah, hopefully that means I can now conquer this land. You can see we have lots more offense than their defense. The active battles are sort of springing out at the moment. You can see they are losing. Oh no, hang on, I'm losing at the moment. What's going on here? So it was a victory. Okay, cool. This is good. And then we've got more fighting here. This battle I lost. It was a failed attack. That one was a success. I feel like at the moment I'm doing okay. Just purely because I have 10 troops and the decentralized power has 2. So that's handy. We've got more army. It is a sort of a native, unchecked nation. They don't really have any infrastructure to fight me with. So it's not surprising that I am winning this fight. I feel just minorly bad about it. But, you know, we'll keep pushing. Looks like, look at that. Yeah, we're fighting well now. We've got them on the ropes. And I think we just kind of leave it to happen. And luckily for me, even bringing in my troops to fighting is not bankrupting me at all. So that's quite handy as well. And we've annexed them. Hey, perfect. Isn't that great? We are now a mighty Chile. That's really cool. And we're colonizing into this area as well. So, okay, we've taken more stuff. Now, I have a feeling this land is probably going to be pretty rubbish. We've got to incorporate it, actually. But we have the bureaucracy to do it, which is good. So, I think we just need to go and click on some states. Oh no, I pressed stop colonizing and now I've lost access to this area. And that's now its whole nation. That was a mistake. Okay, right. So now I do want to go to war with them. How do I do this? Oh man, it's so complicated. All right, I'll try colonizing them again. I feel like that was probably the way to go, but honestly, who knows? Who really knows what I'm doing in this game? What I can do though is I can incorporate the states that I've just taken. So we will incorporate. This action is not allowed for Chile. What? Why not? Oh, it's because I was clicking into a bit that wasn't my own. I was trying to incorporate it from Argentina. Fine. Right, we'll do that. We'll incorporate this area. That's fine. Okay, good. One thing I do need to do quickly though is improve the railways in Santiago because I'm starting to grow beyond my infrastructure capacity and that is a bit of a problem. So we're about 16 years into this now and I've doubled my GDP, so we've been doing it much slower than on various other games, but that's okay. I'm slowly getting the hang of this. Smaller countries I think are much more fiddly at the beginning of the game. What I'm going to do now is I've just finished this under construction item. I'm now making clothes and things, which is really good. You can see we have a hardwood shortage. In fact, we've got resource shortages about everything. Wood, grain, and fish. So I keep thinking every time we're going to just like chill and then go to war. I say that as if chill and going to war wasn't the same thing, but it absolutely is. So we'll go, here we are, there's the grain. We'll go grain, wood, fishing. Yeah, let's get all these things sorted. We're building things nice and quick. We're building the economy and then we're going to just generate a ton of barracks. Argentina only have 10 plus 10 in terms of troops. They can get 10 regulars, 4 conscripts. So I'm thinking if we can just up our regulars quite drastically, I think we should be able to take them on quite effectively. There we go. My economy's good enough now. We're going to start making some barracks. Let's stick them up. This is a bit of a drain on my economy, but that's okay. We don't mind that massively. Let's start to play this out just a little bit. Conquer state. Yes, let's do that. I will face Argentina and Ecuador. Oh dear. Okay, Paraguay and Great Britain are friends though. Ecuador's not far from me. Do they share a border? No, Ecuador's over here. Okay, well we're building up a bit of the military now. I think like if I can get maybe to like 20, 25, then suddenly I'll feel a little bit better about this all. Peru Bolivia wants to enter an alliance with us. Interesting. What does an alliance mean? So they may get called into my war. Mr. Players, no matter if the country is initiator or the target of the play. I mean, yeah, actually, to be fair, if I can use them to take on Argentina, that sounds great. I mean, awesome. They've got a huge military as well. Absolutely huge military. Oh, look, and Argentina's battalions are way down on what they were as well. So, yeah, we are absolutely doing this. I'm going to actually now start this action. I am emboldened by my new friend. Absolutely emboldened. Let's do this. I have one ally. I've got good relations with Great Britain. I'm hoping it's good. So this is something that I have seen. Once you get to this escalation phase, which is kind of the second phase, what you can do is go to war goals and I can look to conquer states. And I'm just going to select all of them, I think. Oh, Britain's not going to get involved. That's useful. Probably at this point, yeah, so I've got 2 generals now, each with 14 troops. Well, one's got 10 and one's got 14. I'm going to mobilize all generals. You know, actually, I need 4 generals. We need, because we've got 4 fronts here. So I'm going to put some more people on This one gives me more authority. Quite like that, so I'm going to take that one. And I'm going to put different people on different ones. We're going to actually see if we can take Argentina from the north quickly. Oh no, from my border. We'll go advance front, 1, 2, and then I'll get you to go to 3. Yeah, this feels like a cool thing. To arms. Well, we'll see how this goes, shall we? I don't know how this is going to go at all. Oh, well, I'm actually charging in at the moment. Looks like Argentina's army is fighting my ally. Okay, well, that's pretty decent for me. Yeah, look at us go. We're charging in just because I'm attacking from multiple fronts and Argentina are totally just open. It looks like they're not, then we could be fighting down here, but this territory I'm not really bothered about. I just want to get straight to their capital and cause them to capitulate as quickly as possible. This is going way better than I thought it would. I had a spare general because one of the fronts had collapsed, so I'm just going to send them down to the south. Why not? There we go. Peace treaty signed. Done. I took a lot of states from them, but random ones, because apparently you only get the ones you ask for, which seems pretty fair, to be fair. And now I'm kind of everywhere. I don't have any borders with this land. Why would I? Oh dear, I'm an idiot. What have I done? What have I done? Oh, I don't know. All right, I'll just incorporate some states for now. It's going to take a little bit of time. My budget is pretty awful. Goods for military wages are very expensive. Very, very expensive. I think it's because I've got such a large army. Yeah, oh boy, these are expensive. Keeping such a large army is decimating my economy. I have way more cost than I can afford to keep right now. I would quite like it if I could actually declare war on Argentina again. Don't think I'm going to be able to, but honestly the best thing I can do, I think, is just to reduce my army right down again. I'm going to have to undo this all, and I'm going to make a load of radicals doing this, but I don't have the money to hire them and to keep them all up, so I'm really sorry. It's going to make a lot of radicals, a huge amount of radicals. Ugh. But there we go. We now have only 10 and my wages have gone down a lot. A huge amount. I've got a lot of interest though. That's a bit of a problem. Will my economy sort itself out? Slowly? Maybe? Oh yeah, no, that was a mistake. That was an absolute mistake. Okay, a third of my entire population is now a radical. So yeah, once you make someone into a troop, you really can't change them. That is something to consider. We really can't be switching jobs like that anymore. That's tragic. Oh no. You know what, I think the best thing we can do right now is just try and grow our economy and hope that everything just goes away. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. Oh god, Chile's massive. We did great. It was really good. Oh, we have another native uprising against us. Okay, we're gonna have to mobilize all the generals. I've got so many of them. Why do I have this many? No one's sure. Go to there, and then to there, and then to there. Pause construction just for a second. We're very much running low on money. When you start asking yourself things like, what is money? Why don't I have it? Why is it gone? Yeah, looks like I've got the military for this, even my weakened military. Yeah, to arms. Well, it was always going to happen, but this is absolutely fine. Disappearing interests in Brazil. Oh, it's because I'm no longer I'm an insignificant power again because my army's gone down. Goodness me, being a great power in this game is expensive work. You really need a huge economy. Like, before you go to war. I think the lesson that I've learnt this game is that you really need like 10, 20 million GDP before you go anywhere near war. Because right now I'm pretty sure it's just decimated me. And the radicals is a big problem as well. That's been a huge issue. And yeah, look at that. We now own Chile. This is actually really good. There is an Argentina that's kind of in my space, which is a bit annoying, but never mind. And I'm hoping my GDP is going to start recovering now. But I mean, yeah, early war, going too crazy on war was definitely something that I need to focus on sorting next time. Seeing that though, we now have a GDP of about 3 million. Can we fix this? Can we just absolutely go crazy? Tobacco and wheat is something that I desperately need, so I'm just going to raise taxation to try and give myself a little bit more money. I'm going to adjust my conscription taxes. I mean, I'm not really getting a lot of money from these at the moment. I don't want to tax the poor too much, to be fair, but I might have to in a second. And let's get some tobacco plantations sorted. I've got a few actually now, so I'm generating some stuff, but we'll build one there, actually two there, and then some wheat farms as well. I'll go 1, 2 there. This should help to sort just a little bit of a problem in my economy out, because I'm desperate at the moment, absolutely desperate for wheat, for tobacco, and chairs and furniture and clothing. Clothing and furniture. It's basically what's happening right now. Having to just put road maintenance on this district to try and get its access a little bit. Low market access. Oh, I have so little market access in like half of my country at the moment. Santiago's struggling as well. Oh, goodness me, this is not good. The government wages is just so high. From government administration. Oh, I did. Oh, I put that up at the beginning, didn't I? I did put that up at the beginning. I wonder if that was a mistake. Building that extra government administration. How many have I got in that center? 6. Really? Did I build 6? That feels like a lot. No, I did 3. Yeah, it's just that's what's costing me so much at the moment. Oh, there's a lot of expense in Buenos Aires. This is the place I just took over. Right. It's not making me any money at all. Well, that would explain a bit, wouldn't it? Can I give states back? Can I regret my actions and give it back? Oh, no. Okay, I've had to raise my taxes to the absolute highest it goes and reduce wages to the absolute lowest they go. I feel like this is not going to make me very popular, but I need to build things. This is my problem, and I have no ability to build things whilst I have a huge negative deficit. Look at that interest. I've never seen interest quite that high before. It's minus 5k on my budget. I mean, that's a huge difference to me. What I was really hoping is that like someone like the UK would just swan along right now and be like, hey, I'm going to take your debt. Is that okay? And you're like, sure, do that for me. That sounds great. I'm just going to try building for a second. Can we do this? I really need tobacco and stuff. Like, I really do. If I don't build anything, I feel like I'm just not going to ever get out of this rut. So we'll build stuff briefly. I've got an investment pool. Oh yeah, look, the investment pool is actually building stuff for a second. So that's good. Maybe we can solve this crisis once and for all. Okay, we are slowly making things. We're slowly making things. It's good. I am sort of slowly coming out of this economic black hole. It's tough. As I say, we went too early, too fast on war. It was a little bit expensive to do that. I think, as I say, furniture and tobacco seems to be making me a ton of money at the moment. Yeah, I'm just going to keep making tobacco. What's happening here? Oh, there's no market access here. To do that, though, I did notice I have no steam engines, so we're going to have to do motor industries, which I believe is what I need to get engines. Yeah, so let's do one of those, get a motor industry in, and then we can look to improve the railway in this area. Oh joy, okay, we have an uprising. People are trying to break away. Yeah, that's fun. Oh no, this is awful. What do we do? We're garrisoned, I'm fighting. It's all so far going okay. Although it's now costing me basically the rest of my money. And now I have huge tax waste coming in because I've got so much of this bureaucracy. I'm going to actually get rid of 2 of my... You see, I think the thing that I'm learning in this is that you don't need to do anything in this game unless you're sure it's going to be a good idea forever, if you know what I mean. Like, That's the big problem. Okay, the uprising, that was fine. It went okay. It didn't go as badly as I worried it would, which is a good thing. My economy is beginning to ignore that little trough that just happened there. That was appalling. So I'm having to subsidize a couple of like random industries here and there. Like this coal mine, for instance, is causing a huge problem, just purely because it wasn't able to get any coal into the area. Look at that. Yeah, productivity is pretty poor at the moment. His tools are just like coal is not doing very good. Like no the fact that the employment just will then fall away before it will go anywhere. Like, come on, sort this out. Why is this happening? Because the railway is here and this needs to make actual infrastructure, please, because if there's no infrastructure here, then I can't actually get any goods out of this area. Yes, thank you. Look, I've been trying to do that for some time, okay? Yeah, look, as soon as I take it off, it immediately unsubsidizes it, like, drastically. So, like, I mean, everyone disappears. So what's happening here? Like, I've got coal mines, but no one's working in them. I've got a railway, but no one's working in it. And I'm doing my best to get everything up, but, like, nothing's sticking, which is just a tiny bit frustrating. It's because coal. I think it's because coal, like, it's just so bad. Like, come on, like, fine, subsidize coal. Let's get this sorted. I need coal sorted in my empire. As soon as that is done, I feel like we're going to be much happier than we were. Oh my goodness, I've solved the budget deficit. We did it. We finally did it. I can now restore everyone to being just about happy with the normal average budgets. Everyone will get a better standard of life. Radicals will come down. Loyalists will go up. I feel like this is... oh, phew. We're slowly fixing everything now. Slowly fixing everything. I'm trying to build tooling stations and fertilizer and wood. Like, anytime anything ever comes up as being an issue, I'm just like, come on, build it, build it, build it, build it, build it, build it. My radicals are plummeting as well, which means that hopefully people are happy with how they're living. Yeah, hard wood, I think, is a big problem. If you the issue you've got to keep an eye out for is whether or not something looks like it's a definite, like, problem in terms of stuff that's being brought in. But, like, I think for now, we're doing okay. I'm now starting to build things quicker. Look at my GDP. We've gone beyond the Swedish start. We've gone beyond the Belgian start. Just to put it in context, how far up have those two got? Belgium's now at 22. Yeah, they've done a lot better than we have. And Sweden? How's Sweden doing? I can't see them. Where are they? Where they're at 12. Hey, look, we're catching up now. This is good. I feel like we had a sticky start. We went to war too early, but we learnt a lot this game. We learnt a huge amount, and we're not going to fall into that problem again, are we not? No sirree. I tell you what though, we have reached the point where in quite a few of our states, population is now insignificantly peasant-like. We've done it. We've actually made a difference. We've done this in sort of like a way that's quite exciting. So yeah, this is cool. We've actually elevated our land a little bit now. That's cool. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this game. We learned a huge amount. I think next episode we're going to actually just jump into something that's like a proper game, you know? An absolutely proper, awesome game. Look at that. We're actually starting to get lots of goods up and running. I feel like I learned a lot in terms of just balancing an economy slowly, just sort of trickling in little bits and pieces here and there, making sure you don't get into any sort of massive issue. And yeah, just keeping an eye on market access. I had a huge problem because I couldn't get these two states into my nation because I just couldn't afford to bring them in, and that was causing me problems. But you know what? I feel like I turned this game around, and the mighty nation of Chile is now 40th in the world. It's terrible, isn't it? I'm 36th on GDP. We'll pick this up later. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave me comments if you can see any issues and like you got any good advice in terms of how to play. I think like suppressing radicals and getting loyalists and keeping the standard of living high, this seems to be something that I need to work on. Like, I think that is absolutely something that I need to work on. And then population, there's just not enough population in this state. They're totally full. Totally full. Migration's massive at the moment. Absolutely massive from other locations. Like, people really, really want to move here because it's awesome. And I think I need to go and, like, across my industries, make sure that we're doing things that, like, take less population. Because there's quite clearly enough, like, there's just not enough people. So I think maybe this would have been the next thing to do. Making sure I have raw resources, trading for them as well. That's a cool thing to do. I'm really looking forward to getting into a proper game. But thank you so much for everybody. I really, really enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye! And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, I Am Salty Tech, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Doughboy91, Sean Gratis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalex, Skeptical Bear, Kroger Brand Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Portland, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, Amir EC, Henry, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boy Zorro, Callum Billy. Thank you for all of your support, and everybody that supports the channel generally. You're all brilliant. Thank you!